Well, on Friday, the Arkansas Lottery Commission held a 3-hour emergency meeting. When it emerged, it had selected Ernie Passaleg, the South Carolina Lottery Director, for the top Arkansas post. Now, that'll pay $324,000 a year if a legislative oversight committee approves the request. There was some controversy in the pick, not because of Passaleg's credentials, which are held in high regard, but because he didn't apply for the job, and apparently none of the other 74 applicants for the post were given an interview, despite some having lottery experience. Now, Passaleg is not a complete stranger to Arkansas. He led a legislative retreat in January and a lottery commission retreat this past May. Joining me for Insight is Derrick Smith, attorney with Mitchell Williams Law Firm and secretary for the Arkansas Lottery Commission. Derrick, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Roby. Glad to be here.
A controversial decision this week in terms of process as the commission picks the South Carolina Lottery Director to lead the Arkansas Lottery. Now, Ernie Passaleg has some rock star credentials. What do you think he brings to the table in your mind?
Well, he brings the type of experience that the commission believes we need to start a well-run lottery here in the state of Arkansas. Mr. Passaleg was the startup commissioner in South Carolina, a lottery that over the course of a few years has returned over $2 billion in scholarships to South Carolina students. He has been recognized by his peers, being elected president of, I think it's NASPL, the National Association of State and Provincial Lotteries, the trade association for state lotteries in the country, and also as chairperson of the Powerball Group. So he has great credentials, and once it became available or clear that he might be available, we thought we had to take advantage of the opportunity.
Well, why did the commission feel it needed to make a pick without interviewing any of the other applicants? Because this is a criticism that's going to be leveled at the commission, particularly the ones that had some lottery experience.
It's an understandable criticism, but after reviewing the applications that we had received over the past few weeks, it is clear that there were some individuals within that pool that could have done the job as director of the Arkansas Lottery Commission. There were some folks that had good lottery experience. There were some folks that didn't necessarily have lottery experience that we also thought could do the job. But for this particular job, and especially needing startup experience, we did not see anyone, with the same type of experience as Mr. Passaleg. One, the recognition by his peers. Two, the success he's had in South Carolina, and specifically being the director of a startup lottery in a state that we think is similar to ours. So it's not that we didn't think that there were people in the pool that could do the job. We just thought this gentleman had the qualities with which we were looking, or for which we were looking, and wanted to take advantage of the opportunity to bring him on board.
All right, Derrick, look, it's going to appear to some that this process has been somewhat compromised by the fact that Passaleg led a legislative retreat in January, a commission retreat in May. Not to put you personally on the defensive, but for the commission, how is the public not to think this was an inside job, in the works for some time?
We hope the public doesn't think that. Mr. Passaleg, when he came to visit with the legislators, I have no reason to believe he was looking for a job. When he came to visit with us earlier this year, he was asked point blank if he was interested in the Arkansas director slot, and his response was no. This time, he did not contact us. One of the members of the commission called him and asked if he would consider the position, and he said he would. And when it became clear that he would, again, we thought it was important to start the lottery up quickly, to get it on the right footing. He's a guy with all the qualifications that we think are necessary, and wanted to take advantage of the opportunity.
What do you think led to his change of mind?
I'm not sure. He has indicated that it's the thrill of starting up a lottery. I'm taking him at his word, and that's why he wants to come. We're excited, pleased that he's going to be here, and look forward to him joining us on July 1st.
Well, now, what happens if things don't work out with Passaleg? You now have this pool of applicants that's going to be skeptical that applying is nothing more than a waste of time.
I have no reason to think things won't work out with Mr. Passaleg. The process was in line with the process that we announced. I think when we initially started accepting applications, we indicated that we would take applications, but we would also allow commissioners to nominate individuals that they thought had the experience necessary for the job. That's the process we followed. We're extremely pleased with our hire and look forward to him coming and visiting and getting to work with us.
Our guest is Derrick Smith, Secretary of the Arkansas Lottery Commission. Now, Derrick, this is a good-paying job. It's been very well publicized. The salary was set at $324,000. That's close to $100,000 more than Mr. Passaleg is making in South Carolina. Why did the commission think that the pay level was necessary? Because that's a lot of money to the average Arkansan.
It is, and we had a good bit of discussion about that and recognized that it is a significant salary. But we saw this as an opportunity to invest in the future of Arkansas. We saw an opportunity to provide millions of dollars of scholarships to Arkansas students, perhaps billions. And when you think about it that way, it's a perfectly appropriate way to leverage a couple $100,000 if you can use that to turn into billions of dollars for Arkansas citizens.
With Passaleg coming on board by July 1st, what happens next in your estimation? What are the next big hurdles for the commission to tackle?
Well, we still have to develop our rules. We still have to start the process of attracting vendors to help run the games. And we still have a staff that Mr. Passaleg will have to fill. I'm sure that he will ask for our assistance in that, and we'll be happy to help him in assembling his staff. But we also, as a commission, still have work to do to hire an internal auditor and also to develop rules of practice and procedure and begin the process of seeking or soliciting vendors.
Yeah, now, the commission gave permission to allow Arkansas to join the Powerball and Mega Millions pool. Chairman Thornton had said earlier this year that Arkansas would probably sit out this first year. Why the change?
I'm not sure if there was a change. I think what we allowed Mr. Passaleg to do is to begin discussions. Again, I estimate that could take some time, and he's just starting the process of beginning discussions. I have no reason to think that will be an immediate decision, but you do want to start beginning the discussions and laying the groundwork, and that's what we authorize Mr. Passaleg to do.
All right, Arkansas Lottery Commission Secretary Derrick Smith. He's an attorney with Mitchell Williams Law Firm. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Roby.